quickly to Abu Dhabi, where the UAE Israel flight has finally arrived. As we informed you earlier during the bulletin, this is a historic moment, as this is part of the recently agreed upon Israel UAE peace deal. The Israeli and American officials have finally landed in Abu Dhabi on this historic first commercial flight from Israel. Those are the latest visuals that we are bringing to you, as accompanied by the National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien is son-in-law and senior advisor to Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, who is part of the American delegation, along with National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien, as they pose for pictures. As you can see, they are receiving a warm welcome at the airport. It was earlier during the day that Kushner and Robert O'Brien departed for UAE from Israel, the airport in Israel, and now the flight has finally landed in Abu Dhabi. Now, this flight is also symbolic because it has started an even more historic journey for the Middle East and beyond. It was earlier Jared Kushner disclosed that he had prayed yesterday at the wall that Muslims and Arabs from throughout the world unite. And now let's listen into what he has to say.
The great people of the United Arab Emirates. We just completed a truly historic flight. First ever commercial flight from Israel to a Arab Gulf country. This hopefully will be the first of many. I want to thank and congratulate the Crown Prince, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, my friend, on his leadership and courage. Last year he celebrated the Year of Tolerance and welcomed Pope Francis to the Gulf, and this year he welcomes Israel. Mohammed bin Zayed is truly leading the new Middle East. Also historic was the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia granting permission for this Israeli commercial flight to use its airspace. This is the first time that this has ever happened. I would like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for making that possible. On the plane, we asked the pilots to fly faster because there is great urgency between the people of both countries to break down old barriers, to get to know each other, to form new and hopefully very deep friendships. While this peace was forged by its leaders, it is overwhelmingly desired by the people. The very few who have been critical of this peace agreement are the ones with a long track record of failure and trapping their own people in misery and poverty. They exploit division to maintain power, but their rhetoric has grown tired and the region is breaking free from their grip. The Middle East is filled with brilliant, industrious, tolerant, and innovative people, and the future belongs to them. I ask everyone today to join us in celebrating this peace and to help us expand it throughout the region and the entire world. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. It's great to return to the UAE, and I too bring you greetings from President Donald J. Trump. When I was here last year, it was to thank the Crown Prince for the UAE's assistance in recovering an American hostage from Yemen, Danny Birch. I can tell you the Crown Prince, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, is a friend who can be counted upon. It is especially remarkable that we have flown here directly from Israel, Ben Gurion Airport, on the first ever commercial flight to Abu Dhabi. This flight was made possible by the UAE's recent historic agreement with Israel, the Abraham Accords, which normalized relations between America's most reliable and most capable partners in the region. These two great nations are beginning the process of exchanging ambassadors and are cooperating in a broad range of fields, including finance, education, healthcare, trade, and security. This will unleash economic growth in both countries. The combination of Israeli know-how and high-tech and the UAE's capital and financial centers is going to create something very, very special in the Middle East. On the religious and cultural front, Muslims who wish to pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque will now be able to fly from Abu Dhabi directly to Tel Aviv, and they will be welcomed. We're truly impressed by the leadership exhibited by the UAE and by the Crown Prince in this effort to make peace. Without his vision and without his courage, the Abraham Accords would not be possible. This agreement represents the most significant step toward peace in the Middle East in over 25 years. At long last, nations are putting aside old ideas and old grievances and embracing a better future, a future of shared interest and shared goals. Working together, the UAE and Israel will be more secure than ever. Together, they'll form a united front with the United States against Iran. We believe that additional Arab and Muslim countries will soon follow the United Arab Emirates' lead and normalize relations with Israel. This trend will put the region on a truly transformative path of stability, of security, and of opportunity. Thanks to the courage and leadership of Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, and President Donald Trump, a new era has truly begun for our three nations. And these leaders will now be known throughout history as peacemakers. I want to thank Jared and his team, Special Representative Hook, Special Envoy Berkowitz, our NSC team of Mark Vandroff and Rob Greenway and Miguel Correa and Alex Gray for their excellent efforts in helping to assist Jared and myself as we helped bring the parties together. But the real credit here goes to the Israelis and to the Emiratis. And I'm very pleased to share the stage with Mayor Ben Shabbat, who also was on the historic flight from Tel Aviv with us. So Abu Dhabi has become one of the great capital cities of the world, not just in the region, but of the entire globe. I'm truly looking forward to my stay here in the Emirates and working with my Emirati and American and Israeli colleagues. Thank you. May God bless the UAE and may God bless America.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا فخور وفرحان جدا بوجودي هنا كرئيس الوفد الإسرائيلي. وصلنا هنا من شأن تحويل الرؤية إلى واقع. لا حدود للتعاون الذي ممكن نطوره بمجالات العلم، الابتكار، الصحة، الطيران، الزراعة،